I do believe it needs new sources. We greatly underfund our government here, and I think there are creative ways that we can go about doing it. Obviously, we have two different budgets. We fund them differently, but I think they both need a overhaul of how we fund them. And there was another question that you had. It was a two-part question, right?
Yes. What are your budget
Okay.
priorities?
And my budget priorities
In the general fund.
In the general fund is our prisons. It is we're spending more and more money every year on funding our prisons, but yet we're greatly underfunding them at the same time. So I would definitely focus on prisons. Healthcare is a priority, and we need to accept that money from Washington, D.C. that the governor has decided that he did not want to take. And so healthcare and prisons are what I would say would be my budget funding priorities.
The general fund is starving to death. Over 75% of the money we raise is in the education trust fund. So you see the Republicans dumping things in that education trust fund because that's where the money is. Over Medicaid and corrections take up more than 50% of our general fund budget. We need to look at sentencing reform to reduce the amount of people we're sending to prison. We need to have more community corrections program. We need to expand Medicaid. And we need to take care of our children. DHR is greatly underfunded and cannot take care of the kids that are currently in our foster care system. So we need to make adoption more viable for people to try to get some of those kids in homes. And we need to deal with kids who are gonna age out of foster care.
Excellent.
I believe that the budget should be set up in such a way that the community, the people within the community have everything that they need, public safety and transportation being critical. In that the state do not provide anything for transportation, I think that should be considered as one of the things that we as a state should do, fund transportation, or at least begin to look at coming up with some way to fund transportation. And making sure that all the departments have what they need to do what they do. Making sure that the state of Alabama is moving forward and being progressive and being competitive with other states similar to us in size.